So I'm sure everybody's favorite, complex fractions. I hope they are your favorite. They, of course, are mine. Okay. So complex fraction is what, huh? Yes, I did. I started with something very interesting, and you missed it because you were chatting. Oh, okay. All right. So a complex fraction is a fraction within a fraction. And we need to simplify complex fractions. So, for example, a complex fraction might be 2/3 over 5/7. Okay? So, you probably could simplify this one a little bit by calling this 2/3 times 7/5 and get 14/15. You wouldn't leave it as 2/3 over 5/7. You'd call it 14/15. They're going to get just a little bit harder now. 1 plus 1/8 over 2 minus a half. Now I could simplify this one in the same way. And first I'll do it the way that I just did the previous one, and then I'm going to show you a little way that to do these when you have a lot of variables. I'm going to show you how to do this one in two different ways. So 1 plus 1/8, I got to go back to my elementary school mathematics. That 8/8 plus 1/8 is 9/8. Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. Back to the first problem.
Oh, back to the first problem? Okay. If I have a fraction divided by a fraction, then that is the same thing as, division is the same thing as multiplication of the reciprocal. So I take the fraction, what do they call that, the divisor? The 2/3, and I multiply it by the reciprocal of the fraction I'm dividing by.
Okay, so there's only,
Yeah. Sorry, went over that concept kind of quickly. All right, 2 minus 1/2, that's 4 halves minus 1/2, that's 3 halves. That's the same thing as 9 over 8 times 2 over 3. That is, I can simplify that 2 over 8 to 1 over 4. 9 over 3 goes to 3 over 1. And I simplify that to 3/4. Okay. So there's one way of doing it. Let me show you another way. And this is the way I'm going to show you how to do it with variables. Okay. So another way of doing this, 1 plus 1/8 over 2 minus 1/2, is to multiply these fractions by the least common multiple of all the denominators. A common denominator for all of the fractions. I got two fractions. I got 1/8 and 1/2. A common denominator, the least common multiple for 8 and 2 would be 8. So I'm going to multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 8. I'm multiplying by the number 1. So I have not changed the value of this fraction. This is just a little trick I use to simplify. I'm going to do this one step at a time. So I'm going to multiply this by 8 over 8. I'll multiply the numerator by 8. So that's 8 times 1 plus 1/8 over 8 times 2 minus 1/2. All right. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 1/8. Let me do that over here on the side. 8 times 1 over 8. That's 8 over 1 times 1 over 8. That's 8 over 8. That's 1. 8 plus 1. Over, now distribute the 8 on the 2 and the negative 1/2. 8 times 2 is 16. Minus 8 times 1/2. That's 4. Half of 8 is 4. So this becomes 9/12, which is the 3/4 that we got before. Yes.
Do like the 8 times 1/8? Can you just do that on your calculator?
Sure, but
Or are you gonna get like a weird?
we're going to be getting variables.
Oh, like in the problem.
Yeah, the problems are going to be mostly variables.
Okay,
So you're not going to be able to do them in your calculator. Right, right. So I'll go through a few examples with you to show you how it's done. Okay, so this is the process we're going to use. There's a couple of ways to simplify, but I'm just going to teach you one for today. And that's going to be a process of this getting the least common multiple for all the denominators. Okay, so let me do this process again with a problem that has variables. Not too many to start off with. Let's go 3 over 1 minus 1 over 2y. Now, I look at all my fractions. I only have one fraction in here. It only has one denominator, so my common denominator for all my fractions is 2y. So I'm going to multiply this fraction by 2y over 2y. Numerator, 3 times 2y is 6y. Denominator, 2y times 1 minus 1 over 2y. Okay? Let me distribute. Numerator already done, 6y. 2y times 1 is 2y minus 2y times 1 over 2y. 2y times 1 over 2y. Put the 2y over 1. Multiply straight across. 2y times 1. Oh, that's 2y. 1 times 2y. Oh, that's 2y. 2y over 2y. Oh, that's 1.
That's your answer?
That's my answer.
But they're gonna get a lot more complicated.
You know, some of them won't be any more complicated than that. We'll do one that gets a little bit more complicated with a little more multiplying, if you guys are ready to go on another one. Um, 1 plus 2 over x divided by 2 plus 3 over 2x. Okay? I look at all of my denominators. X, 2x. The least common multiple for x and 2x needs to have an x in it. Needs to have a 2 in it and an x, and I've already got an x in it, so my least common multiple is 2x. So I'm going to multiply by 2x over 2x. So this is 2x times 1 plus 2 over x over 2x times 2 plus 3 over 2x. Now if you do a few of these, your simplifying gets a lot easier. You'll see the patterns here. Distribute. 2x times 1, okay, that's 2x, plus 2x times 2 over x. Let me do the little aside over here. I'll do that and do my little aside in red. 2x over 1 times 2 over x. Oh, x over x, oh, those cancel. 2 times 2 is 4 over 1. So 2x times 2 over x is just 4. Over 2x times 2 is 4x. Plus, let me do my other multiplication here over as a little sidebar again. I'll do this one in purple. 2x over 1 times 3 over 2x. Oh, 2 over 2, oh, that's 1. Cancel. X over x, oh, that's just 1. Cancel. So I get 3 over 1, which is just plain old 3.